almost had to rip out the whole thing. I guess I'm fucked. So before I start the video, I just wanted to preface that I actually filmed this back in February, right after Chinese New Year, and this video basically took me 3 months to make, of course with pauses in between. So anyway, let's rewind back to 3 months ago. Hi friends, welcome back to another video. I'm back from my Chinese New Year break, and something else has also been taking a break, which is my sewing machine. So I was thinking this could be a good time to do some hand sewing, and by that I meant cross stitching. So I bought this book quite some time ago, I think should be about last year or something, because I really wanted to learn cross stitch and I really like the mini cross stitch look. So I bought this book called the Mega Mini Cross Stitch by Makoto Uzu, and it's so cute. It has so many like mini cross stitch design, and he also has a section where he teaches you the basics of cross stitch. I've been also watching a few videos here and there just to kind of like get an idea on cross stitching, and I think I am quite comfortable to start. There are a lot of cross stitch pattern resources. I think the one that I found is this website called Love Crafts, where it has like user generated patterns that are free, or you can also purchase them. So I've got my book, and then I've got my monk's cloth, which has the hoop around it because I just took it out from the hoop, and I have my hoop as well as my box of embroidery thread. I honestly don't have any plans, so I'm just kind of gonna wing it. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna kind of do like a doodle style like this, and basically fill this whole fabric up with patches of cross stitches. So I think I'm going to start with number 8 first because that's the easiest. I basically just kind of like dotted the design on the monk's cloth. Yeah, I'm going very slow. Oh, you know what? I'm an idiot. I truly am not the brightest. Got my first stitch in. I'm done. So now I'm gonna try working on this calico. I can actually see the red ink underneath, but it's heat erasable, so there's not going to be a problem. So now I think I'm just going to do one more here and one more here. It's the following night. This is my progress so far. For today, I only did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I drew out the outline for the other 2 for the 3rd row. I just wanted to show you really like closely what I did so far. So I did the onigiri, and then I did a row of sushi, which were all in the Makoto Ozu book, and also a little tempura. And then I did a... So I kind of went a little bit off. I did a chicken here. So I took this pattern off Pinterest, and then I did a mushroom as well. So the original design was from Pinterest, but the scale was a little bit too large, so I went to kind of like downscale it using a website called, let me get back to you. The website is called Stitch Fiddle. So I have one that is going to be a little goose that is also from Pinterest, and then I just kind of like downsize it. And then the last one is a coffee. I'm done with the last row, and I'm kind of bored of embroidering mini embroiders, so I'm going to level myself up to do something just a little bit more complicated. And it's this flower piece that I downloaded from Love Crafts. So I do need to calculate what is the size of this, because I need to know what hoop size I need to use. I'm gonna get that done, and after that I'm going to grid this just so that it's easier for me to follow the pattern so that I don't get too confused. Also, somebody needs to teach me how to deal with this situation with the threads. So I think, maybe, yeah, this line is my center, approximate center. I'm going to need to count, I think. I don't know what I'm doing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, let's just do 8. So that would be 80 again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So it's been almost a month since my last footage, and this is how far I've gotten. So just to be clear, when I first started, it was just this portion only, and I left it for a whole month on its own because I got so tired of cross-stitching. Basically, I printed the pattern out on a piece of A4 paper, which was this, and I literally had to count the squares, and the squares are tiny. I don't know if you can see, I literally made marks on the squares that I had already cross-stitched. But it was so tedious because it was so freaking small. And then yesterday, after putting this whole thing on hold for almost a whole month, I decided that I was gonna open it up on my iPad instead. So this was what I started to work with yesterday, and because it's on my iPad, I could just open the file on Procreate and zoom in and check off the squares that I've done, and that's how I got to this point. So I'm glad I figured this out, because if I were to be looking at this throughout, honestly, I might go blind. I was also struggling with the whole thread situation, and it was quite hard to kind of carry the thread around. So I discovered that I could just put all in a little container like this with all the colors that I need, and whatever loose threads that's left, that will just go in here. So whatever color that I need, I will just try and find if there is anything that's extra. And I'm using multiple needles for multiple colors, so that if I didn't finish up using one color, I could just put it back, and the next time I need to use it again, I can just take it out. There is definitely better organization methods than this, and I saw one, I cannot remember the creator's name, but she put each color in a little Ziploc bag, and she had all of them in a ring binder kind of situation. So I thought that was really genius, but I didn't want to go out and buy more materials, even though it's just Ziploc bags. I just wanted to use whatever I had, so I didn't need to spend more money. So this is my solution for now. So this is where I'm at right now. I'm almost done with the flower, but I realized that I calculated this whole portion wrongly. So I'm going to have to frog this entire petal. So that's not fun, and I do want to quickly finish this up. I'm really trying to push through because my attention span is just telling me to move on to the next thing, but I'm trying to work through it and not give up halfway, which is like common occurrence for me. So it's frog. I'm going to redo this portion now. Yeah, I'm just going to like laser focus on this while watching a YouTube video. So this is where I'm at now. I'm just going to stop here for now. I've been cross-stitching the whole day, so I think I'm done for the day. I don't know, I think I prefer the miniature cross-stitches because they're like so much faster and cuter. I mean, this is nice too, but I think I just like the cutesy thingies. So this is where I'm at currently, and I'm almost done, finally, but I'm just left with one more leaf and just a little bit of the stem here, which I think I can finish by tomorrow because I'm gonna call it a day here. My hands hurt a lot. I gotta give props to all the cross stitches out there, man. This is tedious and so tiring and so painful. So it's been quite a few weeks since the last clip, and I'm finally done with the embroidery. Just some like thoughts about this is I don't think this kind of embroidery is for me. I mean, don't get me wrong, this is a beautiful pattern. It's just that for me, like, I just don't feel motivated to finish this piece. I think partly because it doesn't really have any kind of meaning to me in a way. Like, it looks beautiful and that's it, but like, I'm not gonna frame this up, you know what I'm saying? So I think in future, if I were to choose something that I want to cross stitch, it definitely will be something that I feel connected to, and also I'm probably more likely to be motivated if I was like cross stitching as an embellishment to some of my garments. That's what I think. So I'm just going to give cross stitch another try. I have this really plain denim jacket. It's just a very simple classic denim jacket, and it's kind of like a little bit of a darker denim. So what I think I want to do is I want to add a little embroidery at the back with this cross stitch pattern that I found on Etsy. It's a pretty simple pattern, it's just 2 colors, and I already have those 2 colors, so I think that is going to work. And I've also bought an embroidery stabilizer. What I know is that this is supposed to go on the underside of the fabric, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use this like Ida cloth to put over the fabric, and then this will be under the fabric, and then I'm going to hook them all together. I've seen some like TikTok videos where people embroider onto their shirts and then they like pull out the threads from the Ida cloth individually. So I think I'm going to try to do that if it's even possible. I've got my iPad ready. So I am done with half of the ribbon. This half of the ribbon is done, so I'm just left with this half, and also, oops, the little hearts at the bottom. So I have effectively fucked up the counting of this part, which is where I started. So that means that because I started here and I did count wrongly, that also means that this whole area is wrong as well. So I'm technically off by a few squares down, but the problem is I only just have enough, so this is the end, but I would have to shift my center down and left a little bit. So yeah, I don't know. So yeah, I think I'm just gonna finish this portion up first, and we'll see how I can adjust this area. I might have to add like a little bit more Ida cloth at the bottom. I have remarked the center in red, so I counted 10 squares down and drew my grid down. And I think I'm the luckiest person alive because the last row of 10, I only had 8 rows, and the last row only requires 8. It ends with 2 rows spare. So I almost had to rip out the whole thing. Okay, so I guess we are good to go with everything else. I just received my leather thimble in the mail because my ring finger was starting to hurt from pushing the needle through. You see how this works for me. It's still a little bit big, but like it's the smaller size that they have, so do you know what my worst fear is right now? My worst fear is, after doing all of this, I can't remove this because I know that I'm not using the right cloth for whatever I'm doing right now. I know I'm supposed to be using waist canvas and not Ida cloth. We'll see how this goes. If it doesn't work out, then I guess I'm fucked. So I don't think I'm gonna be able to finish this today. I'm just left with half of the heart left, but my forearm here is in pain from holding the hoop with the jacket on. So I guess I'll just continue this tomorrow. It is done! Now I need to take it out. So it is the next day. As you can see, I was kind of like struggling with this last night. So I decided to give it a wash so that the Ida cloth can loosen up a little bit, and it definitely has loosened up, but I am still struggling with it because essentially this is not the right fabric to use for this sort of project. So I am just going to slowly make my way through removing all of this. So here's the jacket, finally done. I think it's really cute how it adds just a slight pop of color onto an otherwise very simple plain denim jacket. So I don't think I did a really good job, especially with like removing the Ida cloth, but I know that that was not the right canvas to be using. So I did like pull out a little bit of the stitches. So some of the stitches here are loose, and I mean it's not ideal, but I guess the good thing about denim is that even if I rip this out in future, I can always do another design over it. So I wish I picked a design that I relate to a little bit more, like maybe like a Kiki delivery service or Totoro kind of design where it looks a lot more customized. So this one do kind of look a little bit generic. It's like a cute design, but I guess it's not super personalized to me. And in a way, I guess I could also design my own pattern to personalize my stuff. But for now, I think this is cute. I definitely would wear this jacket out more. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much for sticking around. I hope this inspires you to go and personalize your wardrobe with little embellishments like this. 1010 would do it again.